we have enough space on my drive to actually record this. I'm sure I do. I'm sure it'll be okay. Welcome back to the Binding of Isaac modded characters. Again, I forgot I had another person to try out here. I had not played the new update for Tainted Samuel, whatever they're called. And we still have Amiri to do, but Amiri is apparently not done yet. So we will most likely be playing them in the following episode and then playing them again when the update comes out. I guess we'll see. But for today, it is the new in heavy quotes, Tainted Samuel, who I do not have unlocked. So actually, we're going to be doing a Samuel run to Beast, because this character actually has progression tied into them. We should look at that. We have an actual character here. I haven't played Samuel in a while, so it's fine. Seed, by the way, is going to be HBBXNZQX. So as I was saying to my stream audience about like 4 seconds ago, I did, believe it or not, I know it's a big surprise for all of you, I watched another movie last night. I watched it through Discord with some friends, and it was called The Fabelmans. It is a movie that I really wanted to watch in theaters, but of course I didn't get it. It's the Steven Spielberg biopic type thing made by him, and all that kind of stuff that is pretty accurate to his life with a lot of discrepancies, though. Like, for example, he does give himself a girlfriend in the movie that he apparently did not have in real life. It's just there for Hollywood moments. The dude had a monkey, a real monkey, and a fake girlfriend. It's crazy to me. But I'm not a huge, like, giant Spielberg fan, but I like his stuff. I mean, he was a producer on Indiana Jones, and I think some of the Star Wars stuff, I could be wrong there. I might be way off on that, but I know he helped produce Indiana Jones with Lucas, and obviously he has E.T. under his belt and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I do like the man's films. I do really enjoy what he's made, but I'm not like a huge, you know, out of my way to go see every Spielberg thing. I liked War of the Worlds as well. I thought it was good. I feel like he doesn't really have a stylistic tell. I had no idea that War of the Worlds was Spielberg. I thought it was just like some director. So I don't really think he has a stylistic tell that makes me want to go out and see his movies exclusively. But The Fabelmans piqued my interest because it was something that was kind of new for him. It was like the biography-styled biopic, right? It's just biopic-styled biopic that I don't think he's tackled before. What's up, Crashy? Welcome to the channel. And I you know what? I'll watch this when it comes to either streaming or if it gets re-released in theaters in a month or so, and I actually can see it when it's not getting overshadowed by Black Panther. And so last night was my excuse to finally watch it, and I thought it was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I did like the minor spoiler, David Lynch cameo at the end. I thought introducing John Ford as the greatest director of all time and then having him be played by David Lynch, who is my favorite director of all time, was pretty cool. I actually enjoyed that little thing a lot. It was a nice little nod. And there were a couple of really emotional scenes. I think when the movie is good, it's really good, but a lot of it's just very level and bland and not a ton that I could, you know, really sink my teeth into for a while. But I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I think it's worth a watch, but I don't think I'd watch it over again. Wasn't the worst movie I've seen in the last year. Was not the best, but I had a good time with it, and I think you should watch it too. I've seen complaints that it's like a self-indulgent movie. I've seen people be like, hey, you know, he's really gassing himself up here, but I mean, the man's made like tons of blockbusters, right? If there's two people on the planet who are allowed to gas themselves up, it's James Cameron. Oh my God, you are crazy. And Steven Spielberg. I mean, they've made pretty good stuff. You are actually insane. I don't know how to fight you as a character only shoots in 4 directions. It's wild. We are gonna do this immediately because you are healing you're healing the other guys. Hold on. I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing well as well. We're going to do some Isaac runs and then transition into some multiplayer stuff later on today. But I don't think it's I think it's hard to make a documentary and not have it feel self-indulgent. Or like not a doc. I keep mixing up my words here, but a biopic. If you're making a movie about yourself and your past, it's hard to make it seem like it's not indulgent. But the cool thing about it, I think, is that with a lot of biopics, they really start to shine when you learn more about the person who made them outside of the movie. Like, for example, Spielberg wanted to make this movie for a long time, but he waited until both his parents were dead to make it, because it's not a very flattering depiction of them. It's not like he's intentionally being terrible. I don't know how to phrase this. He's not being like, they're the worst parents ever, but they're not portrayed in a super favorable light the entire time. I think the followage command is broken. It's been broken since I started doing Twitch. It's never worked, and I have no idea why. I should fix that, though. Antares hates that it's broken, and he's been following for, like, years. It's definitely it does not work the way it should. Oh my god, help me. But he waited until both his parents were dead to make it, so he wouldn't have to hold back on, like, how he portrayed them. Which gives you a full heart container when you get Eternal Heart. Destroys itself when you take damage. I mean, I wouldn't not. It's just a benefit to have, so sure. But that's it's a good thing to do. Because I feel like you always got to be somewhat close to your family, right? And imagine making a movie where you show just how awful your family was for a bit. And then, all the nitty gritty, the terrible things that happened, whether it was like abuse, divorce, whatever it may be, and put that into Hollywood. It's not going to go over super well, I feel like, with the people it's about. If I had a friend of mine make a movie about me and it was like just the bad stuff we had been through, I'd be kind of like, man, there's so much more stuff you could have put in that movie of like us, hanging out and doing good things instead of, like the argument we had. It would feel like I would feel bad about it. I wouldn't like the movie very much. So waiting until the subject, his parents, were dead to make the movie, I don't know. I think it was a very good thing, and I think letting that movie sit and like ruminate for a while and really like hone what he wanted it to be in that time of him waiting for his hit the right time to release it, I think it probably made it a little bit better as well. I have to say, I think it was a perfect storm to make the movie the way that it was, although it was kind of underwhelming. Now, I will say again, there were a lot of weird discrepancies. Giving himself a fake girlfriend was definitely a choice, and having the entire scene where she tries to make him pray was very strange, and I didn't like that scene at all, and neither did any of the people I was watching the movie with. We thought it was very strange, but it was, what? I gotta say, the goal was to make me uncomfortable, it definitely made me a little bit uncomfortable, because I dated a girl who was like, entire family was super, nothing wrong with being religious, but like uber religious. Like they were in church like twice a week sometimes, and it was a very accurate depiction. Oh my god, what? I was not looking at what was happening on the screen. We're gonna go for Park Guppy here. Probably Lego Batman 1, because it's the one I have a lot of nostalgia for. That's a pretty okay item, though. I don't hate that idea. It's just, I do want to keep my HP high after what happened in the last run. And then we'll go to our shop, then we'll move on down here. But in terms of last year's movie releases, oh, that's huge. Half price, too. The main theme of the Fabelmans, I think, after a while becomes the chase of spectacle. Where, like, he's trying to record everything in his life, and he's missing out in key moments, and it's driving a rift between him and his father and him and his mother. It's him pursuing this craft is causing bad things in his life. I think Nope, the 2022, science fiction thriller movie, I think Nope just did it better. I think Nope handled the whole chasing spectacle is bad actually message better. It was a bit more on the nose, sure. I started stream like 15 minutes ago at this point, so a good quarter of an hour ago. But Nope was a bit on the nose. It had like a character literally die from chasing spectacle too closely, and the person who wanted to capture the untamed beast just gets killed by it, right? It's pretty on the nose, but the message sinks more with that one. I think it's a lot more subtle in the Fabelmans, and by the time you kind of realize, oh, that's what he's trying to say, there's a big tonal shift, and it becomes more of like a high school romance movie with the just message more revolving around his childhood trauma. So it's like, there's a lot going on in it, and for a movie with a good amount of themes, it still is pretty underwhelming for a good majority of it. I think someone in the Discord last night put it well, where they said the ending almost made it worth the watch, which I think it was still worth the watch, but yeah, everything was pretty bleak and boring until the last, like, 20 minutes. It's a 2.5-hour movie, too, so that's a long watch. It's a long watch. I don't think it's underrated. I think it's a pretty renowned game. It's like everybody's favorite. I think people rate that game pretty perfectly, if I had to say. Which David Lynch movie would I recommend? It didn't enjoy Mulholland Drive. Uh-oh. That's I guess it wasn't my favorite one by him. I like Lost Highway. If you want to watch a long series, Fire Walk with Me, the Twin Peaks movie, was my favorite just because I'm a big Twin Peaks fan. If you can't tell, I have the tattoo right here. So I liked that one a lot. But Lost Highway, if you like the more creepier stuff, Elephant Man is one of those uneasy, like, atmospheric horror movies that I really enjoy. But if you didn't like Mulholland Drive, it's like one of his, I think, most, like, David Lynch movies of all time. I think that's like one where it's just, it's hard to follow, but it's like also kind of ethereal. It's a fun one to rewatch once you know it's hard to follow, though. I agree. It's like not an easy watch, but I've watched it a couple of times back, and I think I've enjoyed it like every subsequent watch through more and more and more. Because you don't understand the characters in that movie. Like they're everywhere. Why do I have mapping? Wait, what? I shouldn't have mapping right now. I don't know what's up with that. But, like, the characters don't make any sense the first watch through until, like, the blue cube. Everything is just all over the place. Like, is this a flashback? Is this in the present? Is it in the future? Like, who's this person? Why is she here? Why is she there? Who's in this house? It's just, it's really confusing. Oh, you love butter dip? I love butter dip, too. We'll get that Terraria going later. Oh, I forgot I can actually shoot with this character. That is a feature that is important to not getting soft-locked in certain areas of the game. It's very cool. Thank you, Samuel, for actually doing a melee character right and not making them just melee, and then when there is an enemy behind a rock, you are just soft-locked in that room until you save and quit and re-enter. It's always a fun one. But I have to watch more Lynch movies, though. As someone who's a big Lynch fan, I haven't seen... I think I've seen, like, half his movies and all of Twin Peaks over and over, but Twin Peaks was enough for me to really enjoy him. This guy is so tanky. Oh my god. I think it's Cap, our friend, the Crazed Cap in Discord, who is a really big Twin Peaks fan as well. I was glad somebody in that server was also on that train. I do have to get... So, actually, JT's here now, so we can talk on this too. There's a really old video on my Isaac channel. It's a Mario Kart Double Dash video called the Dale Cooper Saga, where we... I forget why we called it the Dale Cooper Saga, but it's Agent Cooper from Twin Peaks right in the front of the thumbnail, just standing there next to Donkey Kong, like faded, like it was like a Marvel poster of Dale Cooper and Donkey Kong, and I actually love that thumbnail so much. I made that on paint.net when I was just starting out on YouTube. It was great. I'm playing The Binding of Isaac. It's a roguelike indie game that I am okay at. I almost said good, but I don't think I'm good at the game anymore. Although, I wouldn't call myself terrible. You gotta stop shooting at me, please. Okay, I can't even get in here. I gotta use my shoot move. There we go. Oh my god. Get crushed, son. Hey, that's really good. I like having flight. Weren't you in that video, though, JT? Weren't you? Maybe you weren't. It was, me, TG, Aldog, and Merm, maybe, then. But, when I moved back to Wisconsin, because I think the running plan is we're possibly getting a place together. We can get the Dale Cooper Saga back up and running. That will be the greatest return in all of history. I miss the party days. Those of you who followed me for a while remember way back in the day, we had Party Wednesdays where it was just me and like 3 friends who would just sit and for about like 4 hours on a Wednesday, play Mario Kart, play Smash, play Mario Party, just forever. And I got my first donation on Twitch ever, where I said $10 and I'll let Pluip slap me across the face. And Angus, this guy's name will live in my head forever. Angus Miguel gave me $10, and JT punched me in the face on camera. And it was just maybe the first. That was my Fabelmans moment. That was my Spielberg, the attempt to grasp at like the spectacle got to me. I wanted the money, I wanted the clicks, so I put myself in the physical harm's way. I fell victim. I can relate to me and Spielberg. One and the same. We both make amazing art. I mean, come on. Ooh, we're taking a lot of damage, so that might not be bad to pick up in the long run here if we can get the old fanny pack. Oh, yeah, I wasn't looking at that enemy. This is an Emperor card, right? We'll go into here then, I guess. Like a true content creator. I've thought about that recently. Like, would I, in this year, like, what would I do for clicks? I don't think I'm a click heavy YouTuber. I don't like really care. If I cared about videos that I wouldn't be posting Isaac still, right? But I like getting views. Everybody likes getting views. It's how you run a channel. And I'm like, how far would I go for views? Like, I'm trying to go to PACE this year, the speedrunning tournament, because I know a lot of the LEGO guys are going. I think it'd be fun to do some like stupid mini golf thing. I know Zach was into mini golf for a while. So I would pay, like, you know, for a flight and room and board or whatever to go to a speedrun thing to make a little vlog or whatever. So I would pay money to make a video. But would I put myself in like physical harm's way to make a video? Like tasing yourself whenever you get hit in whatever. I don't know. I don't think I'm like necessarily against doing stuff like that, because I'm not permanently harming myself usually. I mean, I know Keelvin had to go to the hospital after doing a video where he decided to tase himself over and over. But would I do that? Oh, I have the miner's hat. That's why I have mapping. Okay. I would boot up the laugh you lose for content. I've thought about doing stuff where it's like every time I, you know, fail a trick in like Lego Indie, I'll put lemons in my eyes or whatever. I don't know. I think it's just, it's a vessel for me to practice speedrunning, but I also get content out of it, I think is what it is. Because I would like to do more streams where I just sit and lab out games or actually practice video games and get better, but doing weekly uploads kind of makes it hard to have streams where I just do nothing. Terraria is kind of like that, though, where I can just hang out and do whatever. But I think once blindfolded Mondays end in the next couple weeks, I can start doing that again, because the blindfolded streams are like 6 hours long each time. Beating the Waka Waka challenge, that's the one with anti-grav and strange attractor, right? Always ABM, always be moving. Never stop moving, but make sure you're not always shooting, because if you're just trying to deal damage, you will drag enemies into every direction that you're going. I think always be moving, but never always be shooting. That's my only advice I can give. Oh, you have new attacks. The Boney almost got his ass. The Boney sacrificed himself for me. But the heart lives forever? I'm thinking of a different boss. I thought you died. I'll be real. I thought my man perished there. Okay. But that's like not fun though, is the issue. Like videos like that where it's just you get hit, you reset. It's like, great, I'm gonna play the same challenge out over and over, and then just whenever I take damage, it's not changing the run fundamentally. It's just like play carefully and spend hours of my life. If there was like a punishment for getting hit and not just resetting my run, I could see that being more fun. Like if I get hit, I have to gift 20 subs to Bixel. I'd be like, oh man, I don't want to get hit anymore. My subs go to Sinor now, because the hype trains are funny. He's a very funny lad. I'm just kidding, Bixel. I would gift subs if I had to. I would never let one of my streamers go above the other. Never. I lose a finger. See, that's good. I only have 10 tries of that. Well, How many fingers do you need to play a video game? I guess just your one thumb, right? Because if you keep the hand, like the palm, you can palm the controller, use the thumb over and over. Toes count as fingers? Toes count as toes. I'm not going to play with my feet. You guys are... I played with my feet for Mario Maker for a video on the main channel a while ago. You could play a video game with technically no fingers if you just want to hit the buttons with your palm. Or you could get like a custom controller, right? But if we're talking just like standard Xbox controller, you would probably need at least one finger to be able to beat a game properly. Like with Isaac, I couldn't see myself beating Isaac with less than one finger. I could, after a long amount of practice, I could eventually probably beat it with my toes. I could beat it probably now with my toes if I got a really good start. It wouldn't be super difficult with the right setup there, right? I don't know why I popped this in here. That was probably a dumb idea. Oh, this works now. They updated Samael to have melee attacks open chests. That was my big gripe with the character before. They've changed things. Toes could always go first. I'd rather lose... Well, I don't know. I guess I'd rather lose toes than fingers, right? Because you use your hands for so much more than you use your toes, but it would kind of suck to not be able to like go for runs or go on walks anymore. That would be a pretty big detriment, I feel like. Yes. Do we have any benefit for buying Dull Razor besides Keeper's Sack? No, we're going to buy it anyways. And then we'll bomb you. Hopefully get perfect for this. And we get a Troll Bomb. All right, our stats are looking okay. I think we can win with this. What's up, Soy Milk Girl? Welcome to the stream. We're talking about how many toes it would beat to properly be able to play the Binding of Isaac, or how many fingers you need to have to beat the Binding of Isaac. Oh, it's a fun idea. We can maybe try that out in a second here, if you want to put it in chat. I'm going to do this here, because I don't want to fight these guys. Thank you. All right, let's go fight the boss. We'll go to our secret room first, I guess, and then we'll see what happens. Huh. That is an interesting idea, I will say. I don't think I'll find much use for it. Oh, no, actually I will, because I get the stat bonus from Vibrant Bulb there, so sure. And we'll walk back here and we'll grab this for the extra little bit of Keeper's Sack stats right there, and we'll go fight Mom. We will probably use our Emperor card on Cathedral or Womb 2. Dude, Broken Modem just crushed right there. That was insane. That was so much easy damage to get. Okay, watch the foot. I'm not gonna get hit on Mom ever again. Just trust. I'm playing like trash recently. I want to get back into the swing of playing good Isaac. Okay. Lovely. Oh, we're supposed to go to Beast on this run. Oh. Actually would not be that bad of a Beast run to have. Hey, man. We're going to do a little bit of cheap stuff. I don't have my debug menu turned on. I'll get him off camera. We'll just do a normal Samael run for now. I forgot I had to. I'm not used to going to Beast as like a requirement. I haven't played a fresh file in quite some time. I don't have a lot of money though, Crashy. I couldn't sustain that. Oh. All it takes now is an R key and we can head our way back. Look at this run though. It's kind of crazy. It's a little crazy. We're going to pop our mush and just go a little bit wild here. We don't even have to clear rooms if we don't want to. I'm going to make a decent amount of money this month off YouTube, though, which is nice because that new video has done way better than I ever thought it could. It was a definite channel reviver. I wouldn't say revive. It was definitely a good video to make. Shout out to Jorts for the idea for that one because been a short 4 days, it became my most viewed video of all time, which is just kind of absurd to think about that things can just take off like that. It's a trend. People like the trends, I guess. It's called the High King. You start as Judas with no book. You gain Crown of Light and Prince of Darkness, whatever it's called. No treasure room, Satan win. Interesting. Is there any like rule against picking up HP? Okay, so spikes can't hurt you when you have flight and you're holding down into there. I was very curious there for a second. Hanged Man. Is there any way I could still get to Beast besides Arky? I don't think there is. Maybe some like random modded item that's like, hey, you can go back 20 floors. I mean, if you don't get a book... Oh, no, I didn't read the no treasure rooms part. That's my bad. I see. That could be an interesting challenge. We can do that next run. That could be fun. Doesn't sound very raging. I'm a big Crown of Light and Prince of Darkness fan, so I could see it. This should cover first month of rent. You're right, 8-month sub. That probably covers first month of rent. I agree. But you got to pay for actually the whole apartment because you're living there in the presence of a YouTuber, so you're paying for everything is the issue. So
this should cover first.
I don't have my alerts on the screen for YouTube. I should probably get that up here. So you're in my presence. You're paying for association, right? Is the thing. So you should really be grateful to be in my presence. Is what's happening there? I mean, I'm about as influential as Mr. Beast now, I would say. I do occasionally give shoes to Goodwill, which is donation. I have a friend named Chris. Facial hair. I have grown facial hair in the past. I've been known to have a mustache every once in a while. So I think that's pretty close up there. Oh, I got a new unlock anyways there. Oh, it's 2 parts Guppy. But I don't have the HP. I am going to go fight Hush. I'm not going to be a coward on this run. Even though we're already at half an hour, let's just go fight Hush. Let's get some battery charges, though. I want to be going into Hush with proper charges. I would if I could remake Squid Games, but actually Jimmy, I call him Jimmy, we're close like that, Mr. Beast and I. He did tell me that, he's like, hey, I know if you made that video, it would do a lot better than mine because you're just better at making videos, so I'd appreciate it if you let me do it. So I let him make the Squid Game video. I thought it was an act of generosity there. He needs all the help he can get, really. So I kind of had to let him have that one out of just pity, really. Oh my God, the bomb. It's like that sometimes, man. The landscape can be cruel. Got to give those small creators a good. You're joking. A good shot. What did my 3rd scythe hit that thing? Unbelievable. Hey, stop that right now. Oh my God, we got HP back. We're chilling. We are so fine. We're gonna Mr. Magic Beast Mush into what? I'm trying to say words right now that I can't do. Most humble YouTuber, thank you. I mean, I know. I'm right. Clean. That was a good thing. Let's see what we get here. Is that a Joker? Ace of Spades. What is this description? It's a whole essay right now. I don't care. I don't want to read that. I'm sorry that happened to you or whatever. I mean, you can... Cool. Ooh, big fan. Does this work? Oh, this is actually kind of crazy. I do like this. Go to your shop. You have Keeper's Ball Sack. Yes, dude. All right. Boom. 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 Tower. Okay, that's fine. Let's go fight the boss right now. Oh my God, we're pushing him. I don't think I've ever pushed Blue Baby in this fight ever. That's kind of wild. Asshole. All right, let's do it. Perfect. Oh, I don't do damage when I'm like that. I gotta not do that then. Don't go under. Oh, you ass. Is it fading out? I can't tell if it's fading out or not. It's like flashing, but... And now it's fading out. No? Just some weird shading stuff going on there, I guess. Well, either way, Mr. Beast is dead. Oh, that was perfect timing right there. Oh my god. Any unlocks? All right, depression. Cool. We took that. Why don't we just go down to here? We'll pop our Emperor card when we get the proper stuff for Mega Mush, and then we're fine. As the what's that? Isn't that Brawl fanfic like 3,000 pages long, or it's like 30? It's some obscenely high number. It's like longer than it's the longest piece of literature on Earth, isn't it? Or some crazy shit, or like in America. I know it's like really. Isn't it? But it's like a copy pasta, right? It's like not real writing. It's just like a combination of meme stuff that people just put together. It's the longest piece of English literature, right? There's a Smash Bros. Brawl fanfic that I think it used to be real writing, but now it's like not real. But it was for a time like an actual Smash Bros. Brawl fanfic, and it was the longest piece of written English media. And I think now it's kind of been overtaken by just like making it long arbitrarily, but it's still a high honor to hold. I might be wrong there though. Oh! Charged at me. Dude's actually crazy. Oh, I beat it. I wrote a Bible fan fiction, and my Bible fan fiction is actually longer than the Smash Bros. Brawl one. Huge pickup for us right there. I haven't fought Delirium in a while. When we began the Eden streak, we started fighting Delirium like every other run, but then it kind of got boring because this boss is just not fun to fight. Though he does feel less tanky than Hush does. Hush just feels tanky for no reason. All right. Okay, wrong boss. That's fine. That is the most Spelunky-esque skip in this game. It's just like you run up, put a bomb down, and leave. It's like fighting a shopkeep. Dude, I learned this strat recently. You can just stand above Satan in that opening thing, and he has no attack that can hit. How did I not know that? You just stand above him, and he can't hit you. It's crazy. You know who taught me that? Was a random Super Mario Odyssey streamer I was watching. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to stand above Satan right now, and he's not going to be able to hit me. How in my years of playing Isaac have I not realized that's a viable strategy? This could be and very well probably is Delirium down here, by the way. Oh, it's Frail. Okay. The map would have worked for it, from what I can tell. Just regular Butterbean. Not what I had in mind. I'll say that much. We'll go to the... Well, it can't be... Well, I guess it could be left and down. Yeah. It could be left and down for Delirium. Let's figure this out. Mr. Fred. Very... oh, that's a great item to have, though. That's going to do some wonders against whoever we end up fighting. If we live till Delirium. Okay, HP is whatever. I wish we had Guppy's Paw still. We can go back up, I guess. It's pretty good. The fanfiction is. Is it just like Subspace Emissary 2? Because that sounds pretty epic if it's true. I did like Subspace a lot. I wish we got a Subspace type mode in regular or Smash Ultimate regular Smash. I do love Subspace. I think it was really cool. There we go. Oh, a crawl space. Look at that. All right. Get in there. It's hard because he's moving around so much. Oh, we just killed Larry Jr., so we're actually going to be so fine here. I can't catch him, though, is the issue. He can become Hush? Is that a new thing? That's gotta be new, right? I'm running out of charge here, game. I have no regular DPS to hit you with. Oh, undodgeable attack. Here we come. Oh, no. She's not Mom's foot anymore. And Delirium is dead. All right. Look at that, man. That was a pretty solid run. I'll give it a B+. We got Eden's Blessing for our next run, so we shouldn't do the Judas challenge just quite yet. we'll see what our starting item is first. If it's a good item, I kind of want to run it. But there it is. That's new Samuel. We'll have Tainted Samuel in the next like 2 or 3 episodes. You want to stick around for that? Hit the like button or whatever else. I'm done.